Today we are on the 60th day of this section, the practice of the Bhagavad Gita. And you know that we are on the 12th chapter and we are studying all the qualities that Bhagavan finds dear in a bhakt. Today we are on the 17th shlok. Yo na hrashyati na dveshti, na shochati na kankshati, shubha shubha parityagi, bhaktimanya same priya. Bhagavan tells Arjuna, he who neither rejoices nor hates, nor grieves, nor desires, and who renounces both good and evil actions, and is full of devotion for me, or full of devotion, is dear to me. So starting from Shlok 13, a few days back, by now Bhagavan has enumerated, I think, 20 lakshans, 20 signs, 20 qualities that he sees in a devotee, that he sees in a bhakt, which make that bhakt dear to Bhagavan, near to Bhagavan. In this shloka 17, there are about 6 different lakshans. But since many of them can be clubbed together, and since we have also discussed each of these 6 lakshans at length over the last 3 days, I decided to club them together. So today we will do only 3 qualities by joining all the 4 qualities together. So the first one is, I've taken together the one who neither rejoices nor hates, nor grieves, nor desires. Let's take them all together because actually they are just one and the same thing in different ways. A desire is required for us to do any action. If a desire to do the action doesn't arise, there would be no action. So the first starting of everything is a desire. So it is natural that we will rejoice if we get the result of the action that we expect, right? It could be a job, it could be a gift, it could be a house that we're looking for, it could be an exam that we have, sat for, it could be we wanted a child, we want to get married. We had a desire, and we got that desire, so we will rejoice for sure. But if the desire is not fulfilled, we will grieve, we will feel sad, we will feel disappointed, we will feel dejected. So grieving also is a natural outcome of a desire which is not met. And then we will hate those situations, people who do not align with our wishes, who do not align with our desires, who do not align with our expectations. So these 4 all go together because it's like a package deal. And most people go through all these 4 different kinds of emotions. But a bhakt, whose goal is to merge with Bhagavan, whose goal is to attain divinity, he will have already worked hard to sublimate all his desires to the divine. All his desires for wanting this, wanting that, wanting X, Y, and Z will all be put aside, and he will say, I only want one thing, and that one thing is divinity, which is what we call mumukshutva. So he only wants Bhagavan. And he has faith only in Bhagavan to attain Bhagavan. Therefore, he has no need to rejoice or hate or grieve or desire anything more, because he has full faith that Bhagavan will answer his prayers and he has surrendered his desire to Bhagavan. What is the sadhana for each one of us? Do our 100% purusharth for whatever we desire, leave it to the law of karma to give us the correct result, and if we can, then sublimate all these little desires for one major desire, Bhagavan, spiritual goal. Then I took renouncing both good and evil actions. Anyone reading this, renouncing good and evil actions, means what's left? Either an action is good or an action is bad. So this is the most misunderstood phrase in this verse. In fact, there are some programs which I have done where they actually quote this, that you do not have to do good or bad actions, and therefore you have to do absolutely nothing. It doesn't mean that a bhakt has to give up all actions. So let's take each one. Renouncing good actions. What does it mean, good action? A good action is that action that will give him punya, brownie points, good karma. What will happen if he gets all these good karmas and punyas? He will go to heaven. He will enjoy all the luxuries of heaven. But then he has to come back to earth when the brownie points get over. You know, like reward points you get for credit cards. Once that is over, it's over. Then you have to come back. But the bhakt who wants to merge with the divine, he has no interest whatsoever in heaven, swarga. Therefore, for him, he needs to renounce those actions which earn him punya. That is the meaning. Then what about renouncing evil actions? Well, that really doesn't need any explanation, because anyone who's aspiring for divinity knows very well that he must not do any prohibited action recommended by the Vedas, that it should not be done, because it will definitely not take him to his goal. So now what should he do? Neither good nor evil. Well, the sadhana to be done is akarma, not karma for punya, not vikarma, which will take you to other places opposite of heaven, but akarma, non-action. Non-action means doing all actions in the karma yog bhav. That is all. And we have done karma yog bhav many times. No doership, no ahankar of doership, no expectation of a particular result, dedicating all your actions to Bhagavan, not saying that I will do nothing because I might get karma, and doing your swadharma according to your ashram and varna. And the third point of this shloka is your bhakta should be full of devotion. Sounds like, inane, because bhakt will always have devotion. But the operating word here is full of devotion. Full means it's full. There is no place for any other emotion. Full, ananya bhakti. We have bhakti, but we have other priorities also. But here, Bhagavan has said, you be full of bhakti. The word is bhaktiman, just like buddhiman or shaktiman. They are full of buddhi. There is no place for stupidity or folly. Shaktiman means there is no place for weakness. Here, bhaktiman, full of devotion, no place for doubt, no place for any other desires, no place even for I, small I, ego, no place for my possessions, full samarpan. You are there only as devotion, full of devotion, bhaktiman. How will we become like that? Make our faith strong, Shraddha. Clear your doubts. Make your faith 100%, no sunshine. It will be like rust in your mind. And work always at renouncing that little I, which is limited, and make yourself full of humility. Automatically, you will become Bhaktiman. Okay? Tomorrow, 5 more.